Howdy folks, Trappin' Fool here again. Decided to take the morning off. Barometer isn't just quite right for coyote hunting this morning. But I had a request to maybe do something on equipment. So I'm going to go through what I usually carry out there to go coyote hunting, predator hunting here in northern Indiana. First of all, of course, you got to have your weapon, your ammo. I'm not going to go into great detail on that because everybody has their own thing. I usually run a 223, sometimes a 243. If I get down into the woods into thicker cover where it's going to be up close and personal, I'll run a 22 or a 17 HMR, or also I'll run my shotgun. In Indiana, it's legal to hunt at night, so on this one I have a Surefire. I've set this one up for predator hunting. I've got a Surefire forearm on it where I've got a light on it, so I can just use the light too. But anyways, moving on here. I think we touched enough on weapons. Like I said, it's your choice on that stuff. With the weapons, a lot of people don't realize is you've got shooting sticks. All kinds of different size shooting sticks, all kinds of different brands, whatever's floats your boat is that on that. For years, I used my own, just out of sticks, lash them together. They work great for sitting or kneeling. The standing, I do a lot of standing up against trees, so some of these adjust up for the height for standing. There's also, of course I don't have it, the bipods for the front of your guns. A lot of people run those. They are starting to get some of those that are long enough for when you're sitting that they work good for you too. Moving on, like I mentioned, the night hunting, you got to have different lights. Got the headlamp, got a handheld, and I've also got a weapons mounted light with a pressure switch on it. Usually use the headlamp for scanning, and then when I find one, then I'll go to the pressure switch on the rifle for the shot. With all these batteries and electronics too nowadays, don't forget extra batteries. That can ruin your night real quick, especially 2 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing open to get batteries at. While I'm touching on the electronics also, don't forget hand warmers if it's cold out where you're at. Moving along here, we'll get into the calls. There's all kinds of calls. Everybody has their own preference. I have numerous hand calls. Howlers, go from howlers to distress sounds to whatever you need. Also, I've got a couple electronic calls that I use when I'm out. There's so many things out there, you pretty much just pick what you'd like. When you're out there too, if you're going to be out there sitting for a while, some kind of chairs, folding chairs I have here to sit, or just a cushion to sit on, because when the ground's frozen, it gets kind of cold and wet, especially after a long day or a long night. Camouflage. Camouflage is an important thing. This is actually my favorite camo. It's wool. It's real warm, it's quiet, makes no noise. I've had this for 10 or 15 years now, and it's about time to retire it and try and find some more. But binoculars in my pocket, easier, less movement if you have binoculars to look compared to moving a rifle around to look through your scope. Coyotes will pick up on that movement instantly and burn you. You're done at that point. Face mask, I don't wear one too often. Usually when it gets cold is when I wear it. I don't worry about it too much. Gloves, I've got a thin pair. I also have a thicker pair in my bib bottoms that I wear. Might need some snow camo in the winter. Got some snow camo there. Maybe something a little bit more ruffly when the leaves are still on for early fall, spring even, if you're out. I always carry a backpack with me. Usually I have the call down in one of the pockets here, the electronic, just because it's easier to carry. In the bottom of this, I've got my own homemade shooting rest sandbag. It's actually rice and corn is all it is in an old sock. I carry this small one because sometimes I sit in a log pile or down trees or whatever, and it's real nice. Just pull this out, sit it down there, and set your rifle in it. Easy to go, quick to go. with the rice and the corn, it doesn't weigh but maybe a pound. You don't even notice it on your back. Also in here, decoys. Carry a decoy in here, and of course I got Zoe. This is my hunting partner, Zoe. She's pulled in a lot of coyotes for me. With Zoe though, when you start hunting with coyote decoys and doing coyote vocalization, the younger dogs or some dogs will not come in. You'll see them, they'll stay a couple hundred yards out, but they won't dedicate a lot of times. If they're in a pack, a group of them, I've found they come right in on her. So something to think about if you decide to use a full mount decoy. Also in my bag, I carry a rangefinder. Got to have a good rangefinder if you're shooting distances. Something a lot of people forget about, snips. Snips are always with me to make those little snips to open up so you have a good clear shooting lane. Of course a scale, the D-liar I call it, to say how big the coyote was that you shot. Something else a lot of people don't think about is, yeah, a staple, toilet paper. These wonderful things, something I figured out years ago for carrying coyotes. These are ropes, lashings for carrying coyotes out. It goes around the back feet, around the head and neck, and the front feet, and it actually cradles, and you can just throw it right over your shoulder and carry it out like a person. It's so much easier than dragging them. If you're going to sell and you're dragging coyotes out, sometimes you can damage the hide. Dragging it over rocks and sticks and everything else damages, breaks the guard hairs, and makes it a little less attractive. So, nothing in there. This pouch is my spare mag and ammo for when I'm out there if I get really bad shooting, which sometimes that happens. Something else I carry, check your state laws, but I have a permit to carry, so I carry a nice little 22 Derringer with me. When you get that one that was not hit right, still alive or whatever, instead of shooting it again with a shotgun at point blank or the 223 and really damaging it, you can walk up on it with that 22 long rifle and put it down. Less hide damage if you're selling the fur. That's what I carry in my bag. Something else that a lot of people getting into is self-filming, so don't ever forget your whatever camera you like to use when you're out there. I think that about touches on everything. Boots, it's whatever is comfortable for you. Hat, stocking cap, I usually wear a stocking cap. Some people like ball caps. It's all your preference on that stuff. But anyways, this is the things that I carry when I go out, and hopefully that helps some of you new beginners out here, or even old people that don't even think about it, the old heads out there, you know. So, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Trapping Fool, we'll see you again.